which is the second S, and it means rearrange things in a way that is easy to use and things are ready to be used. So the first micro step of the store, which is also named Seiton in Japanese, is to prioritize what you need to use. Documents, furniture, paperwork, equipment, tools, and try to figure out. Now we focus only on the green. Remember, before we had a list which had green items, yellow items, and red items. You got rid already of the yellow and red items, so now you're only with the green items. So you have to define every single thing that you have. How often will you use it? Who will use it? It's only gonna be you, it's gonna be someone else. Is it the right tool, or should you use something else to make your work more efficiently? Is it the right place? So this is the time where you start asking yourself questions. Why? Because we tend to accept things the way they are. We think, well, I've done this so many times and this is fine, continue with that. But just try to think more deeply, just to think, hey, do I really need it this way? Maybe if I would use another tool, would it be better? Is it the right place? Maybe, for example, let's go to something that you use all the time. What is something that you use all the time? Do you have an example?
My planner.
Your planner. Okay. So you have to ask this question. Is it in the right place? That means if you use it all the time, is it easy for you to access to it, or do you have to move yourself or go out of your room to go and see it?
It depends on the clutter on my desk, because it can get covered with my clutter. So if I keep the clutter organized, then the planner is easy to access. Otherwise, it gets covered up.
So the planner is on the table?
Yeah, on the desk.
Oh.
It has a nice spot on my desk right next to where I work.
So right, maybe okay, it's great that you get rid of all the clutter, but maybe you can think about, what if I put it maybe on the wall instead of putting it on the desktop? So that way it will never be covered with clutter.
Or the other thing is put it on your computer.
Maybe you just do it online. You have this Asana or an online planner that can help you. Exactly. But that's when you start asking questions about typical things that you already accept, that you assume they are normal. Remember the picture that we saw about this drum that was having the can opener, you know? Maybe that person was thinking that was normal, and you are from outside and you sit and you say, what? This is not safe. All right, so this is the same thing. And what I would recommend is that you are with a team, you go with your team and do a walk around with all the team members, and you all help someone with their area. So you go to your area and everyone is watching it and seeing what are the things that may be changed. Again, maybe you don't realize, but then maybe they are saying, hey, this shouldn't be there, or this is unsafe, or this is dirty, or whatever. It's great to have someone from the outside to tell you or to give some opinions, and maybe they could be right. So things that you use all the time, make sure that they are easy to use, that they are placed next to you in a place that is really easy. Sorry. There you go. So make sure that whatever you use every day, it's not on your desk, but it could be on the drawers or can be placed close to you. Think about whenever you use something once a month, maybe you can store it in drawers or in common areas, maybe not right there in your desk. And there are some things that you use once a year or every 2 years, but you still need to keep for legal reasons. Maybe you can store them in archives or in storage areas or in offsite storage. But just try to Challenge yourself and challenge your team. This is how it could be. This is, for example, a place where you have a lot of shelves that have been resized to be able to contain exactly the things that we need to contain. You see different sizes, different shelves for different reasons. Here we have containers that were used for something else, but now they're used as drawers. So it's very simple that um, that we can reuse or recycle other containers that we have to use them for 5S. So again, it doesn't mean that we need to spend a lot of money. We just need to be creative. Another thing that we can see in this picture is that we're having all the paint here in a location that is under a stair. Do you know why they would put this here? Any ideas?
They don't use it often.
Right, they don't use that room. Maybe it's really hard to access. You know, if you are tall, it's very difficult to access. And maybe the paint in this case, I think this they use the paint only once a year, whenever this is a club and whenever they don't have many team members because it's or summer or it's winter, that's when they do most of the painting stuff. So that's why they just can keep it right there whenever it's not easy to access. You know, just keep it there, keep all the dirty stuff right there, and it's out of sight. And all the things that you need more often, like balls or tools, you have them in a location that is easier to access. This is another way that you can store parts. You know, you can label each of them. You can have these wheels that you can add to these structures so that you can move it around. It depends the type of work that you do. You may need them in different stations or different places. So you can move this around as much as you want. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have to have the right labels at the right spot to be located. So make sure whenever you move it out, you know exactly where to put it back. The same here. You have all the labels for each of the items so that you know what they are in case there's someone new and you know where to put them back.